dear students, in order to fully comprehend and understand the nature of questions which are supposed to be explored within a research study, we must know that there is a relationship between questions and research designs. And research designs, as mentioned earlier, are always based on our questions. In this session, we are going to explore the nature of what questions. As we already discussed that there are two generic types of questions, what questions and why questions. What questions are always based on the exploration of a phenomena. We are going to explore a phenomena, and for that purpose we would form questions based on what, right? So what are the phenomena to be explored, right? And what is a particular phenomenon, right? So that is the basic question for what. We may be exploring the nature of a phenomenon under this what questions, right? And we may also be exploring the function or the philosophy of a phenomenon, right? Because when we use what, so what aspects are to be explored, what phenomena are to be explored, and what is the nature of a particular phenomenon, and what is the nature of the philosophy or the function of a phenomenon. So these are the points which are discussed within what questions. Like, what is important about it? What is important about a particular phenomenon, right? So we would be exploring what question. And then we can extend this what question to some other relationships. Like, what types of relationships are there, right? And what is the nature of relationship between two variables or among more than two variables, right? So we may be exploring such possibilities using this what question, what types of questions, right? One example which I can put here is that if we are supposed to explore the nature of phonological memory, right? Like, what is phonological memory and what is the function of phonological memory, right? So phonological memory, it's a topic which could be addressed through this question, what types of question. Another example, if we want to explore the influence of bilingualism, right? So what influence is there of bilingualism on acquiring another language? So there is a possibility of going for what question, and we can explore this topic using this what types of questions. What? It's the basic question which is related to the information which is not previously known. What does mean this? This means that we are going to explore a topic, an area, or a subject which is not previously well known. So we are going for exploratory research. You might remember that we discussed the possibility of exploring something which is not known to people previously, right? So we are starting from a beginning, and we are exploring it from a very beginning, right? So that is exploratory research. So for what questions, most of the time we go for exploratory research. And in other words, for exploratory researchers, most of the time we go for the formulations of questions based on what, right? So we have what phenomena under consideration. For what questions, in other words, for exploratory research, we most of the time we do not have any hypothesis to confirm, right? As it is the nature of exploratory research. So we are not going for confirmatory research, but we are going for an exploratory research. And for exploratory research, we are supposed to go for forming questions based on what, right? Studies mainly based on what questions are primarily exploratory, right? So that's we have already discussed. And what questions could be both qualitative and quantitative. We may be answering what questions with qualitative data and quantitative data. These are both possibilities available. And then for answering what questions, we may be going for a basic type of research like theoretical research, and we could also go for applied type of research, right? So that's the nature of what questions, and then the relevant research designs.